The 12 Days of Dillo's is social media ohana on Theme Park Thursday. The nostalgia, the tradition, the magic, the memories, and the madness. The most listened to and downloaded siblings podcast about theme parks that drops on a Thursday from the state of New York. Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. Brought to you by DillosDizResort.com. Now is the time.
Forever?
Miss Tomorrow.
Old.
A minute and a half.
Hashtag always MGM.
Step out to your right.
Old.
The
Drink.
secret staircase.
We always do that.
You are approaching the unloading area.
Behold the majesty of the Sistine Seal.
For the kids.
A salute to all theme parks, but mostly Walt Disney World.
What a cute ending.
Aloha and welcome aboard.
This is Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank, and we are in the middle, smack dab in the middle of our 12 days of Dillo's Diz social media ohana. And I'm excited today because we have a local in the house.
Yes. I feel like this is the third year we're doing this. I feel like this year we have more New Yorkers than usual. Yeah. I'm liking this. I like this. It's good.
We're reaching out. We're hitting everything in the tri-state area. I feel like I know how I'm going to ask this person the first question, but I think it's important to note that on Instagram he is known as Dadio.69. On Twitter he is known as Dadio_69. He is from Staten Island. Here he is now. It's Dadio. Dadio, what is going on?
Hey, Dillo's Diz. Let me tell you, I'm like totally stoked about being here. I mean, you guys are like seriously the most awesome sibling duo team in the social media community. I mean, it's like so honored. Thank you so much.
Well, I feel like we have been interacting with you for years, on all the platforms. And then I feel like maybe you and I were in the same Zoom window once for one of Jocelyn's meetups that she was doing during the pandemic. Yeah. Right. So we have small and you're only, an hour or so away from me, a little closer. Well, not really closer to Frank, I guess, but he's in Queens. But so you would think we should be doing more New York meetups is what I'm getting to, really. And by more, I mean any, because we haven't done any.
Good idea. It's a good idea.
Right? Yeah.
So my first question is just maybe as a warm up for you, Dadio, is what is the history behind the Verrazano Bridge toll being so expensive?
Oh my God. I don't get it. I mean, from what I always knew, it was supposed to be a toll only supposed to be there until they finished paying it off, which was like 100 years ago. So it's still going. Actually, it's like 30 some odd years ago, but still, as far as I understood, it was just supposed to be until it was paid off. But I don't know. It
is a ridiculous amount of money. And don't get me wrong, I'm terrified of driving over that bridge. So that's why I'm not going. But it
is the longest bridge.
It's the longest, it's the scariest, and it's very, very expensive.
Especially when it's windy. Oh my God. It's like you could actually feel it moving sometimes if you're stuck in traffic, which is
yes.
I think I could safely say that I know the last time I drove over the Verrazano Bridge, which was in 2011, driving back from Bethesda, Maryland to Long Island. And I was like, this is the quickest way home. I just got to Mama and Papa Dillo's. I got to drive over the Verrazano Bridge. And as soon as I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it.
I'm on that bridge like once a month at this point because my in-laws live in Jersey and we always do the Staten Island cut through. So I'm always going over that expensive bridge. Going Easy Pass takes care of it, right? It's fine. I don't have to know how much it costs.
We actually get discounts, so thank God for us. So
yes, that's true. That's a good thing.
So I'm curious, Dadio, how you found your way into, because I feel like you branch over multiple communities. How did you start discovering everyone? I guess is my question to you.
Well, it's funny because everybody considers me like an old timer because I don't really. I just started. When did I start? 2017, even on Twitter. Like that's when I started. Mm-hmm. And because all my kids were like, "Oh, you got to get with it," and I'm like, "What?" You know what I mean? So I started with that, and it just blew from there. Like, and Instagram, I think I started like last year, but you know, fun. Well, actually, I started the Instagram to save our photos because my wife and I have like tons of photos, and we're like, we still have it on like SD cards and things like that. So we're like, you know, just put it somewhere. We know where it is, you know what I mean, before we lose it. So that's actually how Instagram started. Twitter was just fun, you know what I mean? A few people and just kept it. You know, I know people say they complain about it, like, oh, it gets like a Disney drama and stuff like that. If you just stay away from it and, you know, don't bother with those things, it's all good. And let me tell you, it's been great. I met you guys. I met a ton of people. It's like a family, seriously. It's like, it's really cool.
Yeah, we agree with the Diz Twitter that we hear things where sometimes I'll see one tweet about like if something about drama and I'm like, something was going on. I gotta stay away. I gotta stay away from all of it. Let's send out some positive tweets today. What's happening?
Right. 100%. 100%. Yeah. It's hard sometimes. I met my daughter got into it for a little while. And within a month, she had to get off. She was just fine. And I'm like Danielle, you know, just kill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
she's very stubborn and strong-minded, so it's like, just kill it.
Yeah.
Well, in some way, it's like, you know, exercising, going to the gym. Like you got to go in there and you got to put in the positive effort, or you're going to be miserable. Like, why did this turn out this way? I don't know.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
So I know you just came back from the parks in September, middle of September, right around there. And I think because we don't give it enough love, and Stephers would want us to give it some love. But you're at Universal. Where do you hold Universal in the same regard as Disney, or is one above the other? Share that information now.
No, it's like to us, it's like totally separate. Like like we'll probably start, like we never really did Universal that much when the kids were little, because to me it's like more like, you know, bigger rides, you know, thrill rides and stuff like that. Even though my kids were crazy, they'll get it on anyway. But so you know, we started basically with Disney, but now I think, as you know, our kids are much older now, so we're gonna start hitting like Universal. So we hadn't gone to Universal in about 5 years, so we said, let's do a quick trip. You know what I mean? We hadn't been there, so it was just like a boys thing, you know, my two boys and I. And we decided to go, and it was like, wow, okay, you know, we got to get back here more.
Did you also grow up going to Disney? I mean, where did your love come from to then carry it on for your kids?
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess it started like everybody, or most people, like when I was young. I know, I think it was like 3 or 4. My mom used to take us, my sister and I, to these matinees on Grand Street in Manhattan. And they would show like a double feature of Disney films for like 50 cents. It was like one. Snow White, some different things like that. So it started there, and I kind of remember like my sister probably enjoyed it more because of all the princess and the mushy stories and stuff. Because it looked so amazing and it was like funny to me. So we actually didn't first go. My parents had to stay for a while until I was like 13, and I remember at 13 I was like all into sports, played basketball, baseball, and things like that. You know, I was like trying to be Mr. Cool, my DA, trying to impress the females. But I always remembered, you know, Disney and all that from when I was younger, and I always saw the commercials, Disney, and mostly Disneyland when I was younger. I was like, wow, this place looks amazing. You know? So before that, we used to go to a place called Dutch Wonderland when I was younger. It was in Castle, Pennsylvania. I don't know if you guys ever knew about it.
Right.
Small amusement park, you know, for kids, basically, you know, 3 to like 10, what have you. So that was my Disneyland, because we went there every year. It was like a 3-hour trip, I think. I couldn't sleep the night before. So I was like, this is my Disney, because they had like a little mini monorail type thing going on there and a train that went around. But, you know, it was like much, of course, nothing like Disney. So at 13, when I first heard I was going, I was like, on the outside, I'm like, oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah. I'm trying to stay, you know, pretend I'm cool about it. But inside, I'm like, oh my God, this is for real. But I had no idea what was going to happen. Like, I had no idea how to take it. So, and when we first got there, I still remember we were going down Main Street, and I saw the castle, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then, you know, seeing and everything around it. And my pops had the camcorder at that time. And I don't know if you've ever seen those at that time. It was these big, bulky things you had
right on the shoulder. Yeah.
Oh my God, with a battery pack on the side. He's like, he's sweating. It's like, oh, and he's holding on to this thing, and he has me carrying the battery. But like the video that he has of that, I still remember, like every time I see it, I showed my kids all the time. In fact, I showed he's 14 now, our youngest, Noel. I showed him about, I think in January, I pulled it out of the attic, like you guys find things in the attic.
Yeah.
And I showed it to him, and, you know, I still get that, like that feeling like, wow, that was like amazing, you know? And he was like, wow, look, the sky ride, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he never saw that before. And
Yeah.
That was like our first trip. So anyway, that first time was like, forget about it. That like catapulted it from there. Like that just solidified it for me.
Yeah.
And then there, you know, when my kids were born, my wife was like, my wife was very into it as well. Her favorite character is Snow White. She grew up with Snow White.
Yeah.
And we just said, hey, kids, you know, every year we're going.
Yeah.
And yeah, so basically that's how it all started. You know, my mom actually basically kicked it off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I talk about how, you know, went to a couple times before I was a teenager, but when the studios opened when I was 14, I felt like that was really like, oh, you just got sucked in. Well, it could have drifted away into, you know, being a teenager. That's really what grabbed me. So it's cool to hear you say at 13 that just going to the parks got you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, I try to play it cool. You know, I had my little comb on my side every time my hair was, I got to fix it and everything. But all in all, I was just like amazed, just like, wow, it was great. I mean,
yeah, that's a great point. Like I made no bones. I didn't try to play it cool. People definitely knew I was a Disney fan. But what I love is now that everyone's older, that how many of my high school friends were secretly into Disney because now they go all the time. They're the biggest Disney fans. They book Disney. You know, they do travel agency. I'm like, you all weren't around and talking to me about Disney when I was in high school. You were all not talking to me at all. What's going on?
Yep. All secret. It's an underground society of Disney lovers.
Yeah, it's true. Like I don't remember ever telling anybody about it either. Just my family, like, you know, we were the one always like this, you know, because we always went like with like my cousins and stuff like that. It was like it was like a nice little group. We all grew up together, my cousins. We have like a tight family, so
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, New Yorkers, come on.
Yeah.
That's right. Represent.
You do the VelociCoaster and tell Jen why she.
Oh my God! Let me tell you that we were dying to get to that, especially my youngest. He's like a thrill seeker, and when we got on it, it was like amazing because, like, you know, you first take off and you're going through everything, and then just when I was like, oh my God, yeah, we're thinking it's over, boom, it hits off again. We start going upside down and go with it. Dude, it was like, it was like, to us, it's the best ride anywhere. I mean, as far as it was incredible.
Yeah. Did you get to go more than once?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
When we went, it was like we basically walked on. You know?
Wow.
It was cool. Like I was saying, I took a picture of me like lying on the ground because it was like pumping so fast. I was like, like crazy. Totally amazing. It was. Yeah, I can't even say it. It was like the best thing we ever experienced.
Awesome. Now it's been kind of a running gag for about 6-7 months that Jen will never go on the VelociCoaster based on your pumping heart and laying on the ground. Daddio, can you tell Jen that it'd be okay for her to go?
Yeah, it'll be okay. It's like it's. Don't worry that there's nothing really holding you down, but you'll be all right.
Yeah. Once I saw that, it's like I wasn't going anyway. And then when I saw like there's nothing here, I'm like, no.
When I was there, I didn't even realize once the ride was gone, I was like, I don't like the rush was just too much. I didn't even realize it anymore. I'm like, oh my God, wait, I'm not even, you know what I mean? I survived. It's all good.
That's good.
Made it.
We're glad you did.
So this trip to Walt Disney World with your boys, since it was just you and the boys, is there anything unique that you did this time? Did you like plan your trip differently? How did you make it more?
Well, we only did Universal this time because
you only did Universal this time.
Yeah, we only did Universal. Oh no, I'm sorry, I lied.
Yeah.
We actually did Hollywood Studios.
Okay, I was like, wait, I saw Rise of the Resistance. Wait a minute.
Yeah. No, I forgot. That's right. How could I even forget that? That was like we got up so early. We got there even before the park opened, and we got Group 2. And
nice.
Group 2.
I mean, Group 2. We're like, oh my, I got on my boat. We all got up. We all were on the phones in the hotel. Like, just press that button.
Did you get it? Did you have the fastest finger or one of the boys?
I actually got it. Yeah.
Nice.
Got it. Yes. Old man my ass.
That's awesome. And was this your first time on Rise?
Right. That was the first time.
Oh, the first time, and you got Group 2. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. We were like, oh my! I couldn't believe it. I texted my wife. I showed her the picture. I was like, look. She was like, because she was worried. Oh man, we're gonna be disappointed. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what did you think of it?
No, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology nowadays is just. I mean, it's like new experiences all the time when we get there, when they come up with something new. And it was like, we're looking forward to Ratatouille, but this one was like, especially when we get into that room with the stormtroopers, we were like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I was so upset because I had the GoPro with me and I'm recording. So it froze on me and I'm like, no. But I had a backup camera and I said, all right, we got this. That part, I always heard about that, but when we saw it in person, I was just like,
yeah. Where does your Star Wars fandom lie? I mean, are you like,
oh yeah,
okay.
Back in the first time it was in '77 I saw, and we were in a drive-in theater.
Nice. Oh, nice.
And in the car, and I'm like looking at this, I'm like, well, this is like, it was like so new and different.
Yeah.
And I used to always be into astronomy. This was like amazing. You know what I mean? I actually wanted to be in NASA at some point.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, it was just, forget about it. That was it. I was hooked right there as well. Since I had it already in my system, that took it off. So, my youngest, my oldest, my other two kids, they're okay into it, but my youngest, it's like I brainwash him. He's like the little work of progress here. You know what I mean? So he was always amazed, and it's funny because I always told him about Star Wars and Darth Vader. He always put it this way. I'll always love the villains. You know what I mean? Favorite, of course, was Darth Vader. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going to show you the movie. So we go in the attic. Hey, and we get the movies. And it's funny because, mind you, he's like, how old was he? I think it was like 5 or 6 or so, whatever. And I give him the movie, right? I said, oh, here it is. And I give him the movie. It's a 3-set, right? And he's looking at it. He's like, where's the movie? And he's looking around. And I'm like, it's right there. And he's like, looking, it's a VHS. He's never seen VHS before. You know what I mean? So he's like, how do you put this in the thing? And I'm like, no, well, don't worry. We still have a VCR in the basement. It's all right. Well,
So anyway, what are you taking out here? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God. He's looking at it. And like the little circles, he's looking through. Is it like a sign or something? It was hysterical. So I showed him the movies, and I remember at one point when the Admiral was telling Darth Vader, oh, let him go, whatever. Like he was giving him orders. And the wall looks at me, he's like, why is he taking the orders from that guy? Because he loved villains. He was like a big villain fan. Even the Disney villains. Oh, forget it. He was always for the bad guy. I don't know. So, thank God he grew out of it, but it was funny. It was funny at that time.
A little touch and go there for a little bit, but we're good now. All right. Yeah.
Well, just to touch on the villains for a little bit, because with Kylo Ren being a big part of Rise of the Resistance and walking around the park and all of that, to me, as much as people have mixed views of the new trilogy, like Kylo Ren in the theme parks has been it's been so cool. Like when he was doing a meet and greet at the launch bay, and now on Batuu and then Rise of the Resistance, I just think all of that is so cool. So where is he on Kylo Ren? Does he enjoy Kylo Ren?
Yeah, he's cool. He was so upset he killed his dad, but but he actually thinks he's cool. It's like because he loves the we call it the martial arts scenes, but when they do the lightsabers, he loved that action. That was another thing because we were also into growing up with Mortal Kombat, games. Yeah. So those moves, when he saw it in the new trilogy, like you said, this is so cool. He liked it too. The and all that stuff. He loved it. You know what I mean? That he actually was like maybe falling back into it. I was like, no. Han Solo, you know what I'm saying? He took him in this world. He took him out. You know what I mean? Gravitate back here. You know what I mean?
Move away from the dark side.
Don't go there.
There's going to be 2 other movies. We're hoping for an arc of some kind. Where
Yeah.
So, what are the holidays like at the Dadio household? Is something? What do you do at this time of year?
Well, we always wait till after Thanksgiving. So
yes,
that's what you guys do that too.
I do. Yes, I have a rule. It's after Thanksgiving. Maybe I feel like Frank used to be that way, and he has shifted a bit more and earlier and earlier. I don't know, but
my rule used to be, not after dinner like Jen, but it would be when Santa Claus would cross the Macy's stars in the Thanksgiving Day parade. That would be like, okay, Christmas. But then but then I worked at Macy's with Santa for like 8 years, and so Christmas started inching earlier with the prep time in October and November, so that affected things for me.
That's true, but it's true when we see the parade and when Santa does cross, we're like, okay, it is kind of officially Christmas, but we wait till the day after. Well, like Saturday, what we do, we actually go to this like a tree farm and we cut down our trees.
Nice.
And so that's like, it's fun because it's like it's always been a tradition. It's actually since the kids were little. Well, Noel was really little. And the problem with that is that as Noel grows, I mean, this kid, he's 14, he's already like 6'2".
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So as he grows every year, the tree is getting bigger and bigger. He's like, it's got to be grand. It's got to be bigger than me. Like he keeps saying that. So it's been a mission now. It's like a quest for the grand tree. And I'm like, we don't have much room in the ceiling anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Last year it's scraping the ceiling. And I'm like, oh, dude. It was like the family vacation, Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
You open it up, it's like, woof. Like everything opens up. Checking for squirrels. So yeah, we do that. We cut it down. So like after Thanksgiving, we take all the Christmas decorations. So that, in other words, that's what we'll be doing this weekend actually.
Yeah, nice.
So my question would be then, because you're on Staten Island, do you go towards Jersey, Pennsylvania? Do you go out east on Long Island, or do you go upstate? I feel like you can go in either direction.
Yeah.
We go to a place called Shale Hills. It's Sussex, New Jersey.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a huge place. We've been going there for years, but like I said, and he always and they have this long hill, and Noel is always like, we got to go all the way to the top. Those are the best ones because nobody else is going there. And I'm like, damn right about that.
Yeah. Neither are we.
I give in. My wife starts slowing down. I'm like, okay, here we go.
That's awesome.
It's cool. It's cool. It was good exercise. That.
Yeah. And are you big on like the blow ups outside? Do you do a lot of lights, or is it kind of more of the inside decorations?
No, we do basically both.
Yeah.
My wife's trying to get me to get this snow blower roof.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we have a neighbor that is not so fond of, and I'm like, oh, Amy's gonna kick our little butts. We have snow coming down and stuff like that. So, but we do. I mean, we're not like overdoing it, but we do the outside and inside. Pretty much as like synchronized. You know what I mean? Not all different colors. Everything's like similar color. The same pattern type stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
So, yeah, we do both.
Now, if you drive over the Verrazano Bridge into Brooklyn, like Dyker Heights is right there, which is huge with Christmas decor outside. Would that be something you would do, your neighborhood would do, or is there some place on Staten Island that has similar, like you go to this block to watch these decorations?
Yeah, there's a place called, I know, Toad Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a lot of big houses, big ranches and stuff like that. Some of them are like really decorated. There's signs all over the place, professional decorators and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm out there with the ladder, click, 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 click. I'm like, damn, where's the guy coming? Yeah, okay. But there's also a place I think in Rossville or Bloomingdale. It's not too far out. Like somehow they do pretty good too.
Yeah.
So we like kind of compete. Like we look at and we try to like start the trend. So but like we're not like overdoing it. But there are some areas on the island that is like amazing. In fact, there's I forgot which house it was, but anyway, they have it sync to the music. Like, music on the radio when you go by, it's the
that's good.
Singing with the music. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, with the radio, they have it?
Like, yeah, you could tune into a station and the lights start, going off with the music. You know what I mean?
That's fancy.
Wow, yeah.
I think I've only seen that at like the Jones Beach, drive-through one. And I'm like, all right, well, it's because it's for everybody on Long Island. Sure. But haven't seen that on the house.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But this one is like, it's not like, what was that movie? Deck the Halls?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that, but it's pretty cool. It's nice. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he did it himself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to qualify what Jen said by saying she goes to Jones Beach to see these decorations because she misses the Osborne lights at the studios.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Much. So
that is amazing. That was amazing. Yeah.
Right? Did you get to go to Disney much during the holidays, during your trips, or do you do you go different times of year?
No, we usually go in the summer because my wife's doing, school year and stuff like that. Usually hard. So we should go in the summer. We have done a few times the Christmas. That's like our favorite time, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To us, it's like extra magical there at Christmas time. I mean, the tickets are expensive, but it's like memories forever. You know what I mean? It's priceless for us. But yeah, we usually go to the Merry Christmas party. Last time we went was I think was it 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, it's I love it. It's like it's amazing. We stay in we do like rope drop till we get it kicked out at night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
we make sure we get our money's worth. I'd say.
Yeah, right. we're staying. We got the bands. We're here.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
go.
we walk with it proud. Let's go.
It's like Wayne's World with the VIP passes. You know? Yeah.
The nose up in the air, like
Yeah. That's
we're
right.
part of this. Yeah, definitely.
So for that reason, would you say Magic Kingdom is like your holiday park, like over the others? Yeah.
Yeah.
We did, and then a couple years ago, we actually also did Hollywood Studios with the Jingle Bam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great too. But yeah, our mainstay is Magic Kingdom. That's like, forget it. That's the place.
Yeah.
I find, especially during these recordings that we've been doing for the 12 days, that people are starting to really divide between Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Studios. No one's really talking about the Animal Kingdom, but that's part of the course here on Theme Park Thursday with Delicious.
Indeed, right? And I feel bad because we love nature. You know, we're actually a big nature family. Forget it. In fact, our daughter was a vegetarian for a while. All my boys to be veterinarians when they were little. Of course, that changed later on, but we love nature, and when we go, and it's sad to say we got admitted that's like the least park we go to, but but it is lovely, you know what I mean? And we love it. Like we used to go. Well, we don't go as much anymore to the Bronx Zoo. I don't know if you ever.
Oh yeah.
So you know, I grew up with that. You know, when I saw Animal Kingdom for the first time, I was like, oh, this is like fantastic, you know. And it's a shame. Yeah, it's true. Not too. In our opinion, it's underrated. You know what I mean? But we're guilty too. Yeah, we don't go as much.
Yeah.
I just put him to sleep. That's what.
Right. I can always tell if he's blinking or not. I'm like, he's not blinking. All right, he's frozen. No, but we feel the same way. Like, I think Animal Kingdom's great, but yeah, we just don't spend much time there. I don't know. We're drawn to the other parks more. The nostalgia, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely nostalgia. Like
even these last couple times, having finally done Flight of Passage, you know, and you know, you do Flight of Passage to Everest and Safari, and you're like, oh, you know, you feel like, okay, here we are, this is it. But it's not like, oh, I have to go see that this time. How can I not see that? That Animal Kingdom just doesn't have that aspect where I'm like, how am I going to get to the studios? How?
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I know. It's like, that's true. Now that I think about it, I'm like, we're gonna have to go back there, give it some love.
Don't let us sway you. You go to the
not the least. It is amazing once you're there. You know what I mean? You can actually get lost in the ambiance of it.
Yeah. So when did you start your YouTube channel? In the midst of all this coming to, I mean, if you came to Twitter in 2017, but only Instagram last year, where did YouTube fall into everything?
I think last year, or the year before? I'm not even sure. Like not even 2 years. I don't think it's 2 years. You know, it was basically, I mean, it's a teeny channel. Yeah. And again, it was like my way, because again, I have tons of footage. I got it from my father. We recorded a lot of stuff when we were younger.
Yeah.
So I did that tradition now, you know what I mean? So I have tons of footage. So I was like, you know what? I got to store this somewhere. So I was like, you know, because I also love editing. My father used to do editing as well, filming and, you know, stuff like that. And anyway, point being, so I started fooling around with it with actually Noel. He started it with me. And, you know, we just started getting our vacations on little, you know, splicing it up, home videos. You know, it's nothing spectacular, you know, but we started like that, just to store our stuff like we did with the pictures.
Yeah. Right. No, I think that's how we started too.
Yeah.
There's also to have like, you know, other family members, you know, to watch, like my mom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, people, because you know, we're scattered all around the place, California, stuff like that. So, you know, for them to see what's going on, you know what I mean, how the kids are growing.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. And we kind of did the same thing where our parents were the same way. We have tons of home videos from Disney, and we started trying to convert them to DVD. And then we're like, oh, maybe we should put some stuff on YouTube, which I feel like we have to get back to. Yeah. That we need more up there from the 80s.
Yeah, and 90s. Yeah. I know. Ours are so spread out too. It's like,
yeah. And then we kind of started veering off like, what if we tried this? What if we tried this? So we also feel like we have a little channel as well. So don't you like, we feel the same way. Like, I don't know what we're doing.
You guys, let me tell you, you guys are great though. I've seen your stuff and it's like, it's amazing. Like you guys are really out there. And it's like, you should be, it is.
Yeah, but then we watched other people and we're like, what are we doing?
You guys are great to me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, seriously, all your stuff you got, everything, all your editing, everything, your programs, everything you use is like amazing. It's like, wow. Yeah. I I'm using some free stuff here. I don't know.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going out crazy.
We're not fancy.
It's great to me, I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
So what we've been doing on these 12 days of Dillo's Diz social media Ohana is, we've had a couple of guests on in the fall, and we started doing a nostalgia quiz and questions to see how nostalgic of a person you really are. I get the sense that you're pretty nostalgic based on all the videos you have, Dadio. So what we're doing here is a holiday nostalgia quiz. It's not like trivia or anything. It's all based on your own personal experiences. So I feel like I have not said this introduction to the nostalgia quiz the same way twice. So because everyone's like, oh, it's a test, it's a quiz. Yeah. And I'm like, no. It's just you give me your own pen experience. And paper. Yeah. So we just have holiday related questions about your own life, and feel free to best answer them as only you would.
Yeah.
No problem.
First question is, what is your first holiday memory?
For Disney or anything?
Anything.
I guess it would be the first time we did the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. That was like special. We took our youngest, he was 4 at that time. And I would have to say that, because it was like just totally, we never seen anything like that before, and we were just amazed, all the decoration, especially the decor. We're definitely into theming. We're like definitely like every time we saw that, and so I would have to say that.
All right.
No, and I think it was similar for us. Like we did Very Merry, like I don't know, 88, 89, somewhere in there, in December, December, but it's early December of like 88 probably, and like it was the first time seeing the parks and the resorts and with decorations, and we were like, what? Right. And the music all around you, and it was like, this is something else entirely.
Yeah, takes it to the next level.
No, let me tell you, it does. It's like wow. Like to us, it's like extra magic there when it's. And then seeing the Frozen Castle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Next question. Favorite holiday song?
Oh, okay. I'd say Jingle Bell Rock. I love it.
What is your favorite meal to eat around the holidays? Is there something in particular as a family that you like to eat together?
That's actually pretty good, because I'm a pasta lover. So there's not really holiday related. I guess sometimes we'll do a turkey. Same thing like in Thanksgiving, we'll do a turkey, Christmas turkey, actually. Actually, we've done that last year and 3 years ago. So that's actually a nice one. I would like to keep that one going.
Yeah, that's a good one. Turkey's always good.
Yeah.
Is there a holiday movie you have to watch every year?
Oh, there's a lot. Well, it's always Miracle on 34th Street, the original. It's a nice. Christmas Story, Santa Claus, Disney Santa Claus is another one, but the classics like Sound of Music, even though why it's really a Christmas movie, but there's like only one scene that's got snow in it, but Elf as well. Yeah, but it always starts with the originals, like all the black and white ones. Because we always have movie nights, and we start out with those. And we go to the recent ones.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Nice. A nice Miracle on 34th Street reference.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's mentioned that so far. Yeah.
Really, that's my favorite, the original.
Is there a gift that you coveted as a child? This is another question I have not phrased the same way twice, but a gift that you coveted as a child, like you were in pursuit of it throughout the holidays. Like, I got to get this for Christmas. I got to get it. It's like the Christmas Story BB gun. Is there something like that Dadio, you were, cherished, you just wanted it more than anything in the world?
And then got it.
Yeah, for yourself.
Myself? Oh, for myself. Okay, because for the past 28 years, it's been for
not them, you, just you.
Wow, that's a good one. I remember when I was young, again with the Star Wars, it was the X-Wing fighter. Figures. In fact, I still have the original figures in the attic. But those were like my thing. That was like definitely had to get at least those.
Yeah, that's cool.
The shell of my Millennium Falcon, I can see it at the top of my closet right now from the late 70s. It's still up there with dreams of trying to restore it to its original excellentness.
Yeah, I remember when you started that. That's the one I actually never got. I always I still kind of want it. Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking we may have to do a what's in the attic field trip to Daddio's house.
Yeah,
because I think there's a lot in that attic.
Dadio
make sure you move, an inch by inch. It's pretty crowded up there.
That's what we do at Mama and Papa Dillo's. It's all the magic of the camera work of how we're like, where's the spot? We can just sort of set it up somewhere and we're good. All right. No one has to see what's behind us.
True. That's true. Yeah.
So the final question is, if you could describe your perfect Disney holiday day, what would you do? What parks would you be in? Would you be at the resorts? Anything that you would find, I don't know, to feed that holidayness in Disney, what would you do?
Well, I guess going back to like always the Magic Kingdom, like that's like, again, we always just try to get there to rope drop and just spend the entire day, make sure you see all the characters, get all the decorations, enjoy the cookies. And but always like, just basically going through there, especially getting the Seven Dwarfs. That's like one of my wife's favorite as well. I got to get a picture with them. So we just love to spend, well, none of us, we would like to be escorted by them all over the place. Put it that way. That'll be
there you go.
The greatest thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Come on, Mickey. Come on, let's go. Show us your place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
I
Love
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely like take it and like phrase it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, this just for me. I like that.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Perfect.
That's got to come true.
Yes. Put it out there. We have to vision board that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
You and the vision boards lately. It's all about the vision board.
I don't actually have a vision board. I like to say it though. I'm like, I'm going to put this on my vision board that doesn't exist, but one day.
It exists in your mind.
Exactly. Right. Manifest it.
That's right. If you can dream it, you can make it.
There you
That's
go. Boom.
Well, I'm glad that we finally could sit here and talk window Zoom window to Zoom window to Zoom window. And hopefully in the future, we could all get together in person. But you have been, such a great supporter of ours for these last couple of years. So we're really, grateful for all the brief interactions we could have, whether we're doing a live stream and you pop in or we see your comments on YouTube. So thank you very much for that.
Yes.
Really
It's
appreciate
my
it.
pleasure, to be honest. My pleasure.
As I mentioned with your Instagram, Dadio.69 on the Instagram and Dadio_69 on Twitter. And YouTube is that just under Dadio? And now I'm blanking on that. I know
Just Dadio, yeah. As far as I know.
just
Perfect.
Dadio over on YouTube to check out everything he's got on over there. And eventually we'll have to get together, like I said.
Yes.
But thanks
no,
so much for
definitely.
doing
Sure.
this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like I said, thank you so much. It's like seriously an honor. I hope you guys continue to do well.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And since we're recording this before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Make sure Frank doesn't decorate before the turkey's done.
It's already too late. It's too late.
He ruined it already.
Gotta get in that time machine. Go back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dadio.
Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz, featuring Frank Cardillo and Jen Cardillo Snyder. The theme was composed by Matt Harvey. The intro and the outro was performed by Lindsay Zarugian. The Dillo's Diz fact checker is Mel Dale. You can give Dillo's Diz a follow on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok at Dillo's Diz. Dillo's with an S, Diz with a Z. You can like Dillo's Diz on Facebook, facebook.com/Dillo's Diz. And you can subscribe to Dillo's Diz on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dillo's Diz. That is where you'll find Theme Park Thursday live each and every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Drop us a line. Dillo's Diz, 55 Gerard Street, number 987, Huntington, New York, 11743. And you can check in to the Dillo's Diz Resort at dillosdizresort.com, your virtual destination for exclusive Dillo's Diz content. 3 membership level tiers, all at dillosdizresort.com. We'll see you real soon, and that real soon is next week for Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. The Improviser's Guide Network 2021.